Merry Christmas! I'm so excited. It's coming into, I better share this, hang on. It's coming into my favorite time of the year, which is, guess what? My favorite time of the year is when people decide that it's the time to take control of their health, their wealth, their families, their nutrition. Like, I love January because it's like a restart button. Now, the truth is you can restart any day, and hopefully today is the day that you restart. But I want to talk to you about the one thing that will literally change the course of your life. So listen, I've been in fitness for 22 years. Can you believe it? 22 years is a long time. And I have read everything, I have heard everything, and I pretty much have seen anything. So if you guys know somebody, right now I want you to do me a favor. If you know somebody that's been on a diet, right now, do this for me. If you know someone that's been on a diet, go ahead and hit the share button right now. Hit the share button because this is going to set some people that you love and care about free. Hit the share button, and that way you can save your friends from another vicious dieting cycle, right? How many people viciously, chronically diet? The dieting cycle. Thanks, God, for sharing. Every one of you hit the share button because your friends need to hear this message if they've dieted. Okay, so we're talking today about the one secret to weight loss, permanent weight loss. Now, I have learned so much over the last 22 years that I am just honored. Thank you guys for taking a moment. Thank you, because you could be doing other things, but thank you for listening, because I want to share with you something I believe will change the course of your health and ultimately your body, yes, your body, and your life. Because we have been taught to restrict calories, over-exercise. You know the motto, eat less, move more. Eat less, move more. How many of you have heard that exercise regimen before? Eat less, move more. Hit the share button, you guys. Thanks, Tiff. The truth is like when you're eating less and moving more, what happens is, it's, some people say it's calories in versus calories out. If you talk to people like in the bodybuilding realm, that's what they think it's all about. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Not all calories when taken in are created equal. You can't tell me that if you eat a Big Mac and it's freaking 1,600 calories versus eating fruits, vegetables, fish, nuts, that 1,600 calories of that is the same as a Big Mac. Both of those things have an energy about them when you're eating. When you're eating, food actually has energy. That's why when some of you eat food, you feel like complete hell and crap, because the food you just ate is like shit. Let's just say what it is. It's shit food. There's a lot of crap food. There's a lot of shit food in the marketplace. And the truth is people are eating a lot of these foods that are not nutrient dense, but are calorie excessive. So they're high calories, no nutrients in them, okay? Cookies, crackers, all this snack food, pretty much the snack food aisle, stay away from them. So what I'm going to teach you, the one thing that will change the course of your health and your body. Now listen, I haven't been healthy for a little while. I've been really freaking healthy for a long time. And again, I've weathered the storm and seen the diet trends. I've seen them come and go. I've seen people lose weight. I've seen people gain it back. I've seen the same people lose more weight. I've seen the same people gain it back. And it's this vicious dieting cycle. People blame hormones. They blame their thyroid. They blame all these outside conditions. Now, the truth of the matter is hormones matter. I'm not going to disregard the fact that all of us have a hormonal balance in our body that needs to be under control. And when that's out of control, or endocrine system or thyroid, which controls it all, is when that's out of whack, yeah, it's going to cause problems. But there are some simple things that we can do to get our endocrine system under control. That's the truth. Most people have made it like this big thing, like I can't get my thyroid under control. No, the question is have you been consistently doing one thing? We're going to get to the one thing. I want more of you to share it. Until I get to 10 shares, I'm not telling you the one thing. You guys can go to bed not knowing, because the truth is I'm going to teach you the one thing that will help you to permanently take off the weight, permanently turn on your metabolism, to turn your body into a fat burning machine. Now, I don't teach this just to my family. I teach this to the world. This is my message to the world. I mean, this is why I go in and talk to schools and workplace wellness. It is something that will literally shift your life. I've got people inboxing me saying, Renita, I listened to you speak at a conference a year ago, and I want you to know I applied what you told me, and I'm down 40 pounds and feeling amazing. Do you know how many of these messages I get? All the time. That's the truth, because what I tell you works for everybody. Some people say, well, that didn't work for me. You should do what works for your body. That is a lie from the diet industry. If someone has told you that you should do what works for your body, that's a lie from the diet industry. The biggest two questions that I have said again and again and again are, can you do what you're doing the rest of your life? And can you feed it to your kids and them not starve to death? Because if you can't do it the rest of your life, what the hell are you doing it for just a month? I mean, what is that going to get you? The biggest cause of heart disease and arteriosclerosis in our arteries is gaining, losing, gaining, losing, gaining, loses. You want to have heart disease? Keep doing that vicious pattern. It's called metabolic syndrome. Ends up with diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all those nasty things. So the truth is, how about let's just get healthy with a healthy weight for the rest of our lives? Hey, that's an idea, right? So I am not about restriction. I am not about excessive exercise. I am about let's learn the secret to weight loss and apply it for ourselves and our families. The biggest reason, if you're a parent or a grandparent watching, that you should be healthy is your kids are watching you. Your grandkids are watching you. And if you've chronically dieted, I can just ask your kids. Trust me. I go into the schools and I talk to kids, and kids come up to me afterwards and they say, my mom has been on diet after diet and she's still overweight, Renita. This is what I hear from everywhere I go. People that chronically diet usually are the ones that are the heaviest. That's just the truth. You know why? Because it's like this binge deprivation, binge deprivation, binge deprivation, binge deprivation. What is going on? Stop it. Again, two things. Can you do it the rest of your life? And number two, would you give it to your children? And if you would binge deprivation your kids, then you know what? You're kind of a knucklehead, and you need this. You need what I'm about to tell you more than anybody else. Because the truth is, you don't have to be a knucklehead in the world that we live in. There's way too much education and knowledge, and that knowledge equals power for you and the health of your families. That is the truth, my friend. So guess what? Ignorance is not, people say ignorance is bliss. I'm like, that is such BS. Ignorance is not bliss. It's like a road to hell. It's like if you want chronic disease and chronic struggle and emotional anxiety about your weight, then keep dieting. If you want something that's going to last the rest of your life, you better hit the share button, because this is going to set you free. So here is the truth. After 22 years of being in health and fitness, just really being healthy myself, I'm so grateful. Thank you, Father God, for my health, for my family's health. We are so abundantly healthy. We're not done yet. We haven't arrived, but here's what I know. What we do is relatively easy. It's relatively simple. Anybody can honestly do it. The problem is people get caught up with the fads. 1 minute they're on ketogenic. The next minute they're on fasting. The next minute they're on this. I mean, they're on all these kinds of things. And at the end, they're heavier and more unhealthy than ever. That's the truth, because remember, the gain-lose cycle is what's going to create the heart disease in your body. So you want to quit freaking gaining and losing is what you want to quit doing. You want to lose it for good and then maintain that healthy weight by doing one thing. What's the one thing? Everybody that's watching, if you haven't shared by now, you should share. I'm going to share something that literally, I honestly should charge $10,000 for this. But what I've realized a long time ago, a strength for me is not given to say, look at me. A strength is given to me to give to you, to give away. So I'm giving it away. Just hit the share button. It's so easy to do. All right. So when we're looking at today, I'm going to be talking about the one thing. Does anybody know what the one thing is? What is the one thing? Hey, Brandy, what's the one thing that is going to help you with your health long-term and your weight long-term? Does anybody know the one thing? This is interactive. I want you guys, I have a Santa hat on. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But what's the one thing that is going to help you with your health and your weight loss long-term? What's the one thing? Does anybody know the one thing? It's a secret. It's a secret. It's a secret word, right? That nobody knows, right? That everybody wishes they had, but no one's got it. So I'm going to teach you the word, and I'm going to teach you how to get it, okay? It's just a secret. You guys know the word? Anybody know the word? Okay, so the word is homeostasis. The word homeostasis, you might as well just correlate it with the word nourish. Because when you are nourishing your body, listen, a long time ago, I read this study, and I thought, what the hell does it take to get somebody healthy? What the heck is going to get someone really healthy? Because I've, watched these people viciously diet, gain, lose, a crazy cycle. And what I realized is this. What I realize is very few people's bodies, if any, are in homeostasis. And as the world does not teach people how to nourish their bodies. It simply doesn't. It teaches them how to diet, restrict, constrict, overindulge in this, underindulge on that. I mean, it doesn't teach you homeostasis. It doesn't teach you the word nourish. If you really want to think about nourishing is something that you can do the rest of your life, or you should be doing the rest of your life, and it's something you should be doing with your kids. Moms, listen up. If you've just been the mom that hands over sugar, 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 and your kids are all sick, pull yourself together. Do yourself a little Santa miracle here. Quit feeding your kids the crap food. It's affecting their health. What you're doing with your nutrition when you're in the womb, when you're a baby, when you're 10, when you're 15, when you're 17, when you're 20, when you're 30, affects how your health is going to be the rest of your life. That's the truth. You know, in the modern day age, they say it doesn't matter what you eat. It's all about your genes. They have taken the power away from you. I'm saying take back that freaking power by believing you can. Because the truth is you can control so much. Even Dr. Oz says 85% of our health and our health challenges or conditions are completely lifestyle choices. Lifestyle choices. Don't give so much to your genetics. Don't give so much to your alcoholic father. Don't give so much to your obese ancestors. What are you doing? Take back the power by believing you can. So I'm going to teach you what I've been teaching the world. And the world's about to get even bigger because guess what? I'm launching something in the spring of 2019 that will completely shift the entire health of your family. We're so excited about it. It's nutrition coupled with fitness. As you guys know, I've been doing All Strong Moms. That's gone dark for a little bit. And because we are launching with something bigger and better than ever that will literally set families worldwide free. I'm so excited about it. So I'm going to teach you what I teach everybody. Hopefully you can see. Hopefully this is the right order. I got a couple things here. First of all, I got a green drink. People say, hey, how are you so energetic? I'm like, you know what? I do green drink every single day. Did I not bring my super greens out? Scott, would you grab my super greens for me? Scott will grab the super greens. I think I left it on the counter because I was mixing up my super green drink, okay? So I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to tell you a couple things here. So when you're looking at this at top, it says macro, micro, phyto, endo. Look at that. Say it with me. Macro, micro, phyto, endo. Say it out loud. Macro, micro, phyto, endo. Macro, micro, phyto, endo. Now listen, when I researched many years ago, what is it going to really take to get me ultimately healthy long term? What can I do and what can I teach to my clients that's duplicatable, that long term? This is what I have every day. Thanks, Scott. I have the super greens because I want to feel like a superstar. I love the super greens, 40 superfruits, that's incredible. Antioxidants, phytonutrients, great energy. So we'll talk about that in a second, but I was researching what do I need to be healthy? What do I need to quit chronically dieting? Please hit the share button if you know a chronic dieter. You could save their life. Trust me, every time they chronically diet and then get fat again, guess what happens? Heart disease, arteriosclerosis, it's called the hardening of the arteries. Stop the vicious cycle of chronic dieting. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to live like that. Plus, that's not really living at all anyway. Okay, so here's the truth. I researched what does it take to have optimal cellular health, because I had a good friend who was a neurologist, and he said, Renita, listen, people either live or die at a cellular level. They live or die at a cellular level. This is what this doctor told me. He said the diets, this, that, he said whatever. He said people will either live or they're dying at a cellular level. So I thought to myself, what the heck does it take at a cellular level to be really freaking healthy? I mean, we all know good pure water, right? We need lots of water. If you're not drinking water, you need to drink some. I drink a gallon a day. You know what I mean? A gallon a day might help keep constipation away. Just saying, up your water, your skin will look better. You'll feel better. Your joints will feel better, okay? Some people say a gallon. I'm like, yeah, that's like a low ball in it for me. But drink more water. Your entire body's made out of it. Your muscles are made out of it, okay? So that's simple. But when I researched, what is it going to take for long-term weight loss? What is it going to take for ultimate health? Okay, so here's what I know. I don't just want to be skinny. How many of you know the skinny fat person? Okay, that's the skinny person who looks like this, but internally they're battling with pre-diabetes, cholesterol issues, blood pressure problems. In my world, that's a skinny fat person. I don't ever want to be that person. I don't want to be skinny on the outside so it looks like I'm healthy, but I'm living on starburst high to starburst high to starburst high. Okay, I am not that person, and you shouldn't be either, because if you are, it's going to kill you. That's the truth. And the real reason you shouldn't do it is because if you're doing it, I guarantee you're teaching it to your kids. And that is not the life. I mean, we got to eat the rest of our lives. Let's freaking figure out how to do it right. Right? Come on. Okay, so I researched what is it going to take for optimal weight loss, long-term health, because for me, I don't think about skinny. I think if you're healthy. And if you look at the word healthy, what does it have in it? The word heal. If you're healthy with the word heal in it, if you're really healthy, you're going to be the perfect weight. You're going to have that firm, strong, healthy body. If you're not healing your body internally. You might have a skinny body, but inside you're a freaking train wreck. Okay, how many of those people do you know? I know them all day long because I've been in the fitness realm. They look like fantastic. Inside, they're a wreck. Their bodies are a train wreck, okay? They're starving themselves. They're over-exercising. They're freaking going sugar high or coffee high to coffee high. And the truth is they're not nourished. They're not even close to homeostasis, okay? And remember, if we can get to homeostasis, disease cannot thrive in homeostasis. A fat, overweight, unhealthy body cannot thrive in homeostasis. And I say fat very nicely because for those of you that don't know, I wrote an Amazon bestseller. It's called Nice and Fat. And actually right now we're kind of rewriting it. It will be up on the web in the next 5 days. You guys can purchase it if you want. It's a great little story about my friend Monica Hannon and I. And FAT is an acronym that stands for far away from truth. So people are far away from the truth. This is why they chronically die. This is why they think, you know what? I am going to go on yet another diet. I'm going to intermittent fast. I'm going to go on ketogenic. I'm going to do this. And the truth is they gain the weight back. And when they gain the weight back, boom, they just laid down more foundation for heart disease, arteriosclerosis. So when we talk about what does a cell health need, I researched this. This is so cool. When I researched what your cell health needs, because you either live or die at a cellular level. Say that out loud. I either live or die at a cellular level. When you do that, your cell health needs really a few things. It needs water, like we discussed, but it needs macro, micro, phyto, and more recently we learned about endo. So say this with me: macro, micro, phyto, and endo. Hey, if you're saying it out loud, you're serious about taking control of the health. The rest of you quit watching, okay? Macro, micro, phyto, and endo. Those things are what you need to nourish a cell. Okay, if we have good cells, we have good cellular communication. Overweight body and disease cannot thrive in that state, okay? So what is macro? Macro is proteins, fats, and carbs. It's macronutrients. So when I say macro, micro, let's just put it on the screen for a second. Macro, micro, phyto, and then endo. When I talk macro, micro, phyto, endo, guess what that is? Macronutrients, PFC, okay? And we talk about PFC every 3 like a baby, which is protein, fat, carbohydrates. I like color. Some of you don't need to be eating any toast or bread or pasta anymore. It's just making you fat and it's making you have sticky poop, okay? Sticks going in, it sticks coming out. Stop it. Protein, fat, carbs. Carbs, think of as color, fruits and vegetables, because you have living enzymes, dietary fiber, and lots of great nutrition in those fruits and vegetables. So PFC is protein, fat, color. Those are macronutrients. Those are the biggest things that we need to be taking in. So it can't just be all carbohydrates. It can't just be all protein and fat like the keto. You've got to have a nice balance of PFC. Why? Why? Because when you look at what a cell needs a P, F, and a C. It doesn't just need a P and an F. It just doesn't need protein and fat, okay? Because now you have protein and fat, you might be losing a couple pounds and you're moody as hell because carbs are like happy in the head food. Woo! Happy in the head food. I want to swing my stocking hat. Happy in the head food, okay? So the truth is, PFC is macronutrients. You need those. I'm going to show you how to easily get that. Micronutrients are all of your vitamins and minerals and trace minerals. Very important. Most people are chronically nutrient deficient. My mom took a nutrient deficiency test. Holy hell, she's deficient in like 6 things. I said, Mom, we got to just nourish these things and you're going to feel a lot better, right? She was deficient in selenium. And I'm like, this is what healthcare should be, what I'm telling you guys right now. I'm going to tell you why. Why, Tiffany? Because it takes vitamins and minerals and nutrients and trace minerals for everything to function. Everything in our body is functioning because of a cellular or a chemical reaction or a neurological reaction. Our entire body functions with our heart beating. What do you think makes your heart beat besides God? It's God set our bodies up so they function on an electrical stimulus, sodium, potassium, and magnesium, right? So if we're not that's why when people start to get heat exhaustion and they have rapid heart rate and they pass out, right? This is because their electrolytes, the electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium are off on the body. When your electrolytes are out of balance, you get muscle cramps, you get muscle fatigue, you get sweating, you feel like you could die from it actually. True story. That's why some marathoners, they die because their electrolytes are so out of balance. What is electrolytes? Electric. Come on, like the electric slide, baby. You got it. I wish I had some music right now. The electric slide. So the truth is when you have that electrolytes and that great balance going on because of you had all the micronutrients, your vitamins, minerals, and trace minerals. Some of you are chronically malnourished right there. Stop the train, boys. Choo-choo, the Polar Express, that's what it is. Okay, so the third thing is, so we got macronutrients, we got micronutrients, phytonutrients. Say phytonutrients with me. Phyto, sun, things that are grown outside. Darkly colored fruits and vegetables, antioxidants. They are the scavengers that eat up all the free radicals and the damage that's being done in the body. So some of you haven't put a piece of lettuce to your lip in years. It is time to literally freaking take handfuls of power greens. I buy power greens because I like the word power. I'm like, I eat these, I get more powerful. Power greens to your mouth. You start eating fruits and vegetables, living color. That can be your carb. Hey, it's a 2-for-1 deal. If you're trying to get phytonutrients and you're eating PFC, protein, fat, color, you're hitting the phytonutrients, you're getting them. And if you say, I am too damn lazy or busy, Renita, I am just not going to eat fruits and vegetables, or some people say, I don't like it, and thus I say, grow up. Like, you're not 2 years old anymore. Learn to like it. Pull yourself together. You're an adult now. Expand that palate. Let go of that fear and that trauma. We all live from that post-traumatic stress that happened as kids. Let's let go of that trauma that happened when we were eating a tomato when we were 4, because now we're 40. You can do it, baby. You can do it. Let it go. It's not contributing to your health, which I talk about in my book, Nice and Fat, by the way. Everybody lives from that point of limited beliefs, right? What happened back then. Okay, we got to cut that loose because it's hindering us to our goal that's set before us. If you can't eat fruits and vegetables, then you really need to take the super greens, because the super greens are going to give you 40 super fruits every day. If you don't know what's in them, let me tell you: organic spirulina, organic wheatgrass, organic barley grass, organic alfalfa, broccoli, organic spinach, organic chlorella, organic kale, organic kelp, yeah, seaweed, iodine, acai, organic maca, carrot, organic beet, organic, I don't need to say them all, there's 40. Plus it has digestive health. So get yourself a scoop of that. I literally just take it and I put it in Simply Lemonade, and I just go like this. My whole family drinks one a day, baby. One a day will keep the doctor away. Come on. You know, they say an apple a day will keep the doctor away. Imagine what 40 superfruits are going to do. Boom! Hi-ya! We say it to disease, right? So the truth is, we got macro, you got micro, vitamins and minerals and trace minerals. How about phyto? So phyto is all your brightly colored fruits and vegetables, antioxidants. Here's the crazy thing. They have found that CBD, when they did that study with the government, they actually found that CBD has higher antioxidant capacities than vitamin C or E. What? Stop the train. What? It's got higher anti-inflammatory properties than vitamin C or E. Hey, we know that C and E are important things. If you take more vitamin C, you don't get a cold like everybody else. So CBD is actually not only CBD, which we're going to talk to about the endo in a second, it's an antioxidant. It's an anti-inflammatory. It reduces all the inflammation going on in the body. It's important to have, okay? So again, this is straight science I'm teaching you today. This is not something that I made up. Just go Google, what does it take to have a good cell health? It'll say macro, well, it won't say how I'm saying it, because I'm a good teacher, so I like to make things simple. So macro, micro, phyto. And then, of course, the missing link all along has been endo. The endocannabinoid system. So here's how I know this. I've helped the state of North Dakota to lose 80,000 pounds of fat, me and a team of great people. The truth of it is we had skinny people that still had anxiety. We had skinny people that were still just depressed. We had thin people that still couldn't sleep at night. We had thin people that had lost 50 pounds that still had chronic aches and pains. Do you know why? We were missing the magic bullet. Nourishing the endocannabinoid system. And you know why we were missing it? I simply didn't know about it. And I don't think you did either, because I just learned about it 1 year ago yesterday. 1 year ago yesterday, I learned about the endocannabinoid system. So this is actually a, woo! I gotta swing my hat. It's a 1 year reunion of nourishing the endocannabinoid system. This is a big deal, right? So I actually have a little chart that I showed you. Share this. Please hit the share button, because someone you know right now is about to embark on a stupid diet plan, pay big money for a nutrition system that will leave them disappointed, heavier than ever, and with worse arteriosclerosis in their arterial walls, because gain, lose always leads to more plaque in the arteries, period. My goal is for you to do two things. My goal is to put your body in homeostasis. And how are we going to do that? By nourishing ourselves. And why are we going to do that? Because we want to be great examples to our children and grandchildren. That's why we're doing it, my friends. Will you have the hottest body of your dreams? You damn right you will. Because you know what? You can't be healthy and in homeostasis without being incredibly fit looking on the outside. Tight, firm, feeling good. But you can be the opposite. You can be skinny on the outside and really, really hateful and, a train wreck internally, not so far from homeostasis because you're living on sugar or caffeine, right? So the truth is, let's go to my chart. I wrote it, and hopefully that's is that the right direction for all of you? And I'm going to discuss it. So, macro, micro, phyto, endo. That's what you need to nourish. Brown fat versus white fat. How many of you remember that story that I talked about the other day? Let's just refresh for those of you who didn't listen to the brown fat, white fat. You all have brown fat on your body. Guess where the brown fat is? It's basically kind of like the back fat. Different areas of brown fat vary from person to person, but brown fat is actually good fat on our body. Why? Because we also have something called white fat. I just think of the white fat, like the big white fat belly. Think about that. That adipose tissue, the visceral fat, they call it, the fat that causes heart disease. I just saw a study last night. It said every American's waistline in the last year has gone up, not down. I think the average waistline, it said for men, is 41 inches. What? For women, it was 38 inches. What? Do you guys know your waistline is supposed to be 1/2 of your height or less? So if you're 5'5", what is that? What's 5 feet? 60 inches times plus 5? 65. So if you're 5'5", that's 65 inches. Your waistline is supposed to be half that or less. For every inch over it is, it's a 50% increase in heart disease. Mayday, America. Get the tape measures out. Let's go, boys. Line them up. The truth is we got to take back our power by believing we can. You got to quit letting somebody else tell you how to live your life nutritionally. I am telling you the truth after 22 years of researching this stuff. This is not a fad diet. This is not something that's coming and going. This is something that you can do the rest of your life and be proud of. Your kids can do it the rest of your life, and you will be freaking rockin' hot body, and your body's going to be in homeostasis, which guess what? Your doctor's not going to like you very much because you're not going to need them very much anymore because you're so damn healthy. That's the truth. If you get to the word healthy, the first 4 letters are the word heal, my friends. If you heal the body internally with macro, micro, phyto, endo, boom, guess what happens? A lot. All those crazy symptoms that you're having, gone. Boom, gone, just like that. Most people, they say, I'm just going to take one part of that. I'm going to go do the ketogenic diet and eat a bunch of fat and protein, okay? And so, well, what about the C? The carbohydrates are loaded with, they're going to help us with our micronutrients and our phytonutrients. We cannot eliminate food groups. If you've been a person who's eliminated food groups, I can guarantee you've struggled with your weight. I can guarantee it, okay? If you're chronically done, now I've got rid of gluten a long time ago because gluten's not a food group. Gluten is glue. It comes from the Greek word glue, which means to stick together. Do you know why your belly's not budging? Do you know why you're constipated and moody? Because you got freaking glue in your gut. Get rid of the gluten, my friends. Okay, so let's go back to brown fat, white fat. So brown fat, white fat, some of you heard about that the other day. So brown fat is the healthy fat, white fat is the visceral fat. What happens when you consume CBD? Okay, now the CBD I take, I brought it out actually. This is the one I take because I want to show you. I take them all. I take it all. It's all great. But I like this one, premium hemp oil. My Santa hat is on it. Okay, I basically just twist the stuff. Comes out like a paste. You can look at my nice straight teeth thanks to Ellison Fulgator. They're not quite done yet, but boy, are they good. Yeah. Hold that in my mouth. Okay, that's about 50 milligrams right there. And that would be what I need for the entire day. Okay, so what does that do? It turns on all the freaking electricity in your body. Woo! Lights on, baby! Lights on! I'm sick of people living their lives with the lights off in the house. I'm like, turn the lights on! Hey, what did the Lord say? Let there be light. I think God said that when he created the world. Let there be, it said the Spirit of the Lord. Here's what it said in the Bible. In the beginning, the Spirit of God hovered over the water. And all of a sudden he spoke into existence. Let there be light. Woo! I think he meant light in our bodies too. You all have been half dead, half asleep, anxiety-ridden, depressed, can't sleep, pain overload. Why? Because you haven't done what I just did. I put this in my mouth just now. Boom. What does this do? This nourishes my endocannabinoid system. And what does that do? Let's just call it the receptors of all the cells. So remember, when you research what a cell needs, it says macro, micro, phyto. But what happens is for the cells to communicate, they need something to call the endocannabinoid system, which act like little receptors to receive the messages. So you can have this is why I had a lot of skinny, depressed people, or people that had lost 50 pounds that still had pain, because you can nourish that with PFC, with the protein, fat, carb, and the macro and the micro and the phyto. But the truth is, if you don't turn on the endo, you're going to be fat again. That's the truth, my friends. You want to know the truth? That's the truth. I don't want you to gain weight again. No, not this time. So the truth is when you help your cells to be nourished and then help them to communicate, that is when homeostasis occurs. That is when your nourishing of the endocannabinoid system occurs. This is so huge. You guys, this is worth $10,000. I'm telling you, mark my word, we are going to help 1 million people this year with this message. It is so powerful because we've been taught to chronically diet, cut, restrict, and over-exercise. That's what we've been taught. And unfortunately, some of you have bought into it more than once. Stop buying into the bait. Fad diets will never work. Nourishing the body is the secret to long-term weight loss and health. Okay, I'm going to go over here to this. I love these super greens. So sleep, appetite, see this? Sleep, appetite, cravings, hormones, and mood. How many of you, raise your hand right now, just give me a little feedback. How many of you have problems with sleep? Maybe you have a ferocious appetite. Come on, like you're running. Run with the reindeer, run with the reindeer. Come on, you're running with the reindeer and you feel like you're hungry all the time, but really you're not running with the reindeer. Uh-oh. Okay, sleep, appetite, cravings, hormones, and mood. Do any of you have any problems with those things? Those are major. In the world of weight loss, these things are major. Because you know what I always say? Halt the BS. Do you know what halt the BS means? Hungry, angry, lonely, tired, bored, or stressed. People sometimes don't eat because they're hungry. They eat because they're angry, they're lonely, they're tired, they're bored, or they're stressed. Remember, stress spells backwards as desserts. You've seen it. So the truth is, sleep, appetite, cravings, hormones, and moods. Those things affect our weight loss and our overall health and vitality. Yes or no? Yes and yes. Yes. The truth is, guess what affects all of those? Every one of those things is affected by this. It's affected by your CBD in your body or your lack of it. Most of you, it's the lack of it. You haven't been taking it. Okay, so now we got CBD in our bodies, which is our endo, macro, micro, phyto, endo. We're nourishing that, so the cells are nourished. They're talking to one another. They're having so much fun. It's like a Christmas celebration, right? And they're getting along well, and all of a sudden your health starts to shift. You sleep better. As a result, you don't wake up with that knee hurting anymore. You sleep better, so your body can actually restore and recoup and reheal at night. You sleep better, so you don't wake up being exhausted and want to just eat more because you're not actually hungry, you're tired. So you're eating to stay awake, so you need to have 10 cans of Coke a day to keep it going, right? So the truth is when you affect your sleep, your appetite, your cravings, the funny thing about CBD from hemp is it makes, you know what THC does, right? I've never smoked marijuana. I didn't need to because I have this much fun without it. But the truth is, those of you that are smoking marijuana got the munchies. I had college roommates and they just kept eating and getting fatter and fatter. And I'm like, what's going on here? The truth is with CBD is kind of like the anti-venom to THC. So it's not that THC makes you hungry. That's why they give it to cancer patients that are not hungry. What CBD does is the opposite. It's like the anti-venom. Okay, so CBD acts to make you, I don't want to say not hungry, but what it does is it pulls your body back to homeostasis because everything starts talking together. As a result, you're not walking around with cravings that don't exist. You just don't crave stuff. I don't eat chocolate anymore. I just don't. My husband made 10 plates of chocolate-covered strawberries this morning. Do you know how many of them I ate? I'm going to take a picture of them because they're so damn beautiful. Not one. I have 10 plates of chocolate-covered strawberry. I don't even crave it. Like, what happened to the chocolate craving, women around your periods? Remember when you used to eat chocolate all the time? I eat no chocolate. It's crazy. But what happens is CBD balances that. It takes away that edge. It takes away that edge that you want to just like eat everything in the house or you need to have chocolate, right? So I've always learned a long time ago, do you know why people crave things? Let me just tell you the truth for everybody that's, hey, I got this craving, I got my period, I got this. Do you know why you're craving anything? Do you guys know why you crave? This was worth it. This is such good education, I can't even stand it. You crave because your body is nutrient deficient. The only reason we have cravings, physical cravings like with food, like if I crave an orange, I go eat an orange. Do you know why? My body is innately telling me I need vitamin C. We have cravings because we're malnourished, people. You're all walking around malnourished, overweight, trying to do the next fad diet. Stop it. It's not going to work. Knock it off. Don't do that anymore to yourself. So when you look at the sleep appetite cravings, hormones, let's go back to hormones in the endocrine system. You know, if you have a thyroid problem, people say, I can't lose weight, it's my thyroid. Hey, it's legit. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but quit making that your crutch. Figure out a way to nourish that endocrine system so that you don't have to use that as your excuse anymore. Because the truth is I have people that have had their thyroids removed, and they've had thyroid problems, right? And the truth is they're a healthy weight now. Why? Because they got the macro, micro, phyto, endo under control. Okay? They just didn't keep eating sugar wondering why they're not losing weight and their thyroid's a wreck. Come on, people. Get your head in the game. You can do this. Get your Santa hat on. Makes you feel powerful. Sleep, appetite, cravings, hormones, and mood. Hormones control a lot. If we can balance our hormones, and that's one of the main things that CBD does, is CBD helps with hormonal balance of the body, okay? So let's get over to here to my other teaching that I have going on. I'm going to put it closer. I'm just going to lose my face in for a second because I want you guys to see this. So I actually created something that's going to be coming out in the next few months. You guys are going to love it. You're going to want to buy a lot of them because we're going to have big challenges. It's called the PFC plate. It's going to be coming down the pipeline in the next few months. But for now, I'll show it to you. And so what it does is it's a P and it's an F and a C. When you eat your food, it should be your proteins, your fats, and your color. Now, you can have carbs. Like, I'm not going to tell my son who runs 10 miles a day he can't eat brown rice or a sweet potato. Are you kidding me? But most of us, if we're sitting on our duff all day, quit eating the pasta, quit eating the bread. You don't need it. The whiter the bread, the quicker you're dead. So P is the protein, lean meats, fish, chicken, all that good stuff. Beef, grass-fed beef, bison, I love it. Buffalo, I eat a lot of buffalo. Fat is going to be the healthy fat. We're talking avocados, the nuts. You just need a little handful of that every time you eat, or a little thumb of it with salad dressing. And then your carbohydrates are going to be your color, your living color. So this can be, guess what this can be? A big leafy green salad, broccoli, a half a sweet potato. This is how easy it is. That's the PFC. So when the PFC plate comes out, we're going to be doing big challenges, 8-week challenges to lose the weight with the plate. I can't wait. So excited. But in the meantime, we're going to teach you this so that you don't have to go one more holiday season overweight and confused about what you're going to do nutritionally. So you understand PFC every 3. When you do that, that's going to nourish your macro system. That's the macronutrients, remember? The micro is the vitamins and minerals. Well, I do a few things for vitamins and minerals. I take my super greens because these have vitamins and minerals in them, but they also have my phytonutrients. So I have a little bit of the vitamins and a whole lot of the antioxidants and phytonutrients. In addition to that, I take this. This is what I take. Whoop, where's it at? Boom. It's easy. It's at Vitacost.com. You guys can get it there too. So it's a multivitamin and mineral supplement. I love it because it's made with organic fruits and vegetables. Very important to me. Okay, so that's what I take. I take that every single day. You know what else I take? I take omega-3s. Why? Because when you learn about the cell wall, so let me explain this to you for a second. Here you have 2 cells in your body. You're getting the macro, micro, phyto, right, in the cells. What helps them to be able to talk to one another is going to be the endocannabinoid system. So you got all those nutrients in the cell. The outside of the cell wall is made of something called DHA. Say it with me, DHA. Okay, there's 2 parts to like fish oil, DHA and EPA. EPA is for the heart, DHA is for the brain and the cells. So what happens is when you have this cellular wall and the cell can, so now we got the cells nourished because we're doing macro and micro and phyto. But what happens is if we can actually nourish that cell wall with healthy fat, like omega-3s from fish oil, from flax, and also from CBD. CBD does it too, but I just need more. I just go like this. Put it right in my mouth every day. My kids get it, I get it, we all get it. You know why? Because we don't eat fatty fish 3 times a week. I'd like to, but I just don't. So, too lazy, too busy, whatever the answer, I just do this. I get paid nothing from Barleans to tell you to take Barleans, but I love Barleans. You know why? Because it tastes like key lime pie. It's so good. So I do that, and so where are we at with that? PFC, so you got macro, micro, phyto, endo. So what happens is now you're nourishing all of the cell. You're helping the cell to be nourished. You're helping the cell wall to be pliable, and now you're helping the cell to communicate with your endocannabinoid system. And that, my friends, is why we have people on our team that have lost 40 pounds, 30 pounds, 20 pounds. And I want to tell you, they've lost it without even knowing all this or trying. So I'm going to show you 2 things. Oh, I should show you this. Every single day I do Power Protein because here's the deal. When you do PFC every 3, which is protein, fat, carbs, you do it breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack, if you have too much solid protein, sometimes you get constipated. That's why I tell people eat solid protein with like leafy greens. Have some type of enzyme with it. So the enzyme is going to be found in like the leafy greens. So what I do is 2 of my meals every single day is Power Protein. And I love this because not only is it made from hemp protein, hemp in a little bit of whey, but it also has, guess what, babong in it. Can you say Korean ginseng and astragalus root? What's that good for? The immune system. So all of you that are sick all the time, you need this stuff. So I have 2 of these a day. It's chocolate chai. I love it. We make protein balls out of it. We drink it like hot chocolate. I just love it. It's so good. And when you sign up for Kannaway, and this is a sales pitch. I'm sales pitching you here right now. You guys like this? Because I don't want you to go do anything else because it's not going to teach you what I'm teaching you. I'm an educator. I'm teaching you how to nourish yourself. I don't want you to diet. I don't want you to fad diet. I don't want you to, more importantly, I am sick of people feeling let down and ashamed of themselves because they haven't been able to lose the weight. I can't stand one more woman calling me crying. I need you to take control of the power because you can do it. That's why. Take back your power by believing you can. Put your Santa hat on. I have a leopard one, and I'm just going to put it on and walk around and shake my head. But when you sign up with Kannaway, you actually get a protein power guide. I'm going to show you this. I love this. I actually helped to create the protein. That's why I know it's so darn good. True story. They sent me the samples. I got to taste them. I like the chocolate chai. I said, put some more cinnamon in it because I'm crazy about cinnamon, right? So it tells you basically what to do, like where to measure yourself, all that stuff. But the biggest thing is it talks about, again, the power protein, what's in it, and then food. I love it. Choose organic when possible. All these amazing things. Balance the food on your plate. BFC plate. Every 3 like a baby. It actually gives you your list of your proteins, your fats, your carbohydrates. Look at that. So if you say, I don't know what is what, boom, look at the, let's just go to page 5 and read the list and go buy that. That's your grocery shopping list, baby. All right? So the truth is it talks about what you're doing. Cut out the sugar. I love this little manual. It's so good. Early mornings, mid-mornings, noon, mid-afternoon, and then dinner. Look at that. It gives you like the structure of when you're eating, okay? When you're going to have your Power Protein shake. Follow it. It's so easy. Sometimes I have a shake right before bed. Because ask Scott. I told Scott, when I eat a shake right before bed, drink a shake right before bed, I wake up with a 20-pack. And he said, I think you do. I think you're telling the truth. Exercise. We're going to have more fun things coming down the pipeline with that. You guys can look forward to it. You're going to be exercising with me and my whole family this spring. We are going to rock your health with the physical fitness. But I'm going to tell you the truth. 80% of weight loss is your nutrition. True story, 80% of that weight loss is nutrition. So that is why, like my friends, Leota lost 120 pounds. She lost 50 before she even got out of the chair. You can lose weight with not doing a whole lot with your physical fitness, but I'm here to tell you, muscle on your body is metabolically active. It burns more fat. So why do you want to exercise? To burn more fat. Okay, so you need to get exercising. If you want to join 5 and 25, it's only available for like 2 more weeks, not even like a week. So you guys can go to All Strong Moms and join 5 and 25 if you want. It's not going to be available. It's the last time it's going to be available until the 31st of December. After that, you don't get it anymore. Not until I launch my new stuff in the spring. Okay, so the truth is, I want to tell you one final thing. For years, I've been learned and known about set point weight. Your set point weight is a weight that is like your set point. And how you know it, it's the weight that's kind of just where you always kind of go back to. So even if you lose 20, you might gain 19, pulling back to that set point weight. Set point weight is kind of where our metabolisms are set because you've been living there a long time. I was trained and taught that it takes 3 months for set point weight to basically reestablish itself. So if you've lost the weight and you gained it back like the next week, you went off plan and that's why you struggled. Well, recently I read a study that said it doesn't take 3 months to reset your weight. It takes 7 years. And when I heard that, I'm like, okay, that's depressing for most people, right? Because you do this nutrition, you do this exercise, you lose this weight. And then, I mean, most people, like, okay, I've been really, really super freaking healthy for like a long time, way over 7 years. But the truth is most people have a struggle with consistency, right? But what I've recently learned about brown fat and white fat, this is why it's so important with CBD. This is why CBD is imperative for your long-term weight loss. I want to read it to you. because it's such a big deal. They did a study, a big study. Here it is on this sheet. I'm going to read it right from the thing. It says a study published in the Journal of Molecular and Cellular Biology in 2016 looked at the effects of CBD on brown fat production. Remember, brown fat's the good fat. White fat's the big white belly fat. CBD is the non-psychoactive phytocannabinoid of cannabis plant and the subject of numerous studies for various health benefits. One study conducted by the Korean researchers, those Koreans, they just got it. The Korean researchers indicated that CBD enhanced expression of a core set of brown fat specific marker genes and proteins. It increased expression of UCP1 and other brown fat specific markers and contributed to the browning of adipocytes, which means adipocytes are like fat cells. The browning of them. It literally took white fat and turned it into brown fat. Do you know why? Because brown fat feeds on the it has mitochondria in it. It's living. It's alive. Woo, woo, woo. It's alive. So that mitochondria in it needs to feed on something. It's energy, right? So what the mitochondria of the brown fat feeds on is the droplets from the white fat. I love it. I love CBD. Okay, so it feeds on that. Wait, according to the study, this data suggests possible roles for CBD in browning of white adipocytes. Just told you that. Augmentation of lipolysis, which is basically the breakdown of fat. Okay, thermogenesis, which means increased metabolism, and reduction of lipogenesis, less fat around the belly. Okay. In conclusion, the current data suggests that CBD plays dual modulatory roles in the form of inducing the brown-like phenotype as well as lipid metabolism, okay? It is so huge. So when I went and read the study, you guys got to go read the study. When I read the study, it says it will help you. You got to read the whole study. It says it helps to reset the set point weight. What? Of course we've been fat and getting fatter every year. No one's been taking CBD for 8 decades. What the heck? So it resets the set point weight. So I was trained, it took 3 months to do. A study I read a long time ago said it took 7 years to reset it, which didn't give me much hope. But when I read this study and it said, you know what? Brown fat to white fat and the set point weight will actually reset to a new set point weight by taking CBD. This is the freaking secret to weight loss long term. I'm so fired up about it. It's unbelievable. Okay, so you guys got the facts? Macro, micro, phyto, endo. You understand that? PFC, protein, fat, carbs, or your PFC plate. Okay, I want you to exercise. You can do 5 and 25 if you want to. It's only available for another week. Go to All Strong Moms and do it if you want. More brown fat, in other words, equals faster metabolism. Say it with me. I want more brown fat. I'm in the brown fat club. I want more brown fat, baby. You guys got it? Okay? And how much more does brown fat increase your metabolism? You burn 250 calories more on average, and it increases your metabolic rate by 15%. Booyah! 15% metabolic increase is huge. Just telling ya, that's what's going to happen. So this is everything you need to know. If you want the Power Protein Guide and the foods to eat and the grocery shopping list, I say get on it. I would definitely recommend, now if it's the first time you're ever buying, you can talk to whoever invited you on this webinar. I would suggest, if you want to build a business with me, I'm building lots of businesses. We're helping CBD money trees worldwide. If you want to do that, you can get started with one of those Fast Start value packs. They're the best possible price. And that's for the business builders. Now, if you're watching this saying, I don't want to build a business, I just want to get rid of some white fat. And I want the brown fat to eat up the white fat. If that's you, then there's 2 kits that you can get started with. When you go to Canaway, when you go to my website or whoever shared this with you, there's going to be 2 kits. They're called the Starter Value Packs. The Starter Value Packs are $249. What do they come with? They come with a bottle of oil. They come with a bottle of capsules, CBD capsules, for those of you that like the CBD capsules. And they also come with my favorite thing that's next to my bed, the CBD salve. I rub it on my knees and elbows every night before I go to bed, and my kids rub it on their lips, or it's just good for everything. It's so awesome. So the CBD salve, so it's $249. But if you really want to do the system and you want to do PFC, CBD every 3, I want to nourish my macro, micro, phyto, endo, Renita. I want to do it. I don't want to ever diet again. I want to feed my body and nourish my body so I can achieve homeostasis, and so can my kids, because their lives are at stake, because they really are. I encourage you guys to get started with one of those starter value packs and add on 2 containers of the Power Protein because you're going to need it. 2 containers of the Power Protein. And if you're like me and you want the super power, you're going to want to add on the super greens. That would be my recommendation, okay? So you get one of those starter value packs for $2.49. One's called a premium because it has all the cannabinoids, including that trace of THC. If you get drug tested at work, it will show up positive, so you don't want to do that one. If you're drug tested at work, we have something called the Pure Starter Value Pack. And it comes with Humulus and Pure Straight Cannabidiol, which neither of them have any THC in them, so you could take a drug test and pass. Especially the Humulus for all you military people, because it's made from the hops or the Humulus cryo plant. So those two, $2.49. One is for has all the full spectrum with a trace of THC, and the other one is straight CBD and the Humulus. They're both $2.49. You choose what's right for you. If you're not drug tested, I would definitely say do the full spectrum. Definitely do the full spectrum. If you're not drug tested, for sure, no question about it. And in addition to that, get yourself a container of the Super Greens. Get yourself 2 containers of the Power Protein with the awesome Babong in it. If you want to get the multivitamin and this, I would just go to someplace like Vitacost.com online and get it. You could do that there. That is what I would recommend. And if you have a hard time sleeping, I should tell you one more thing. There's one little add-on ingredient that I love. It's called the AM and the PM. I love these products, the AM and the PM. They're so good. And you just put them right underneath your tongue. Squirt, 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 squirt. 9 squirts in the morning, 9 squirts at night. I tried to count to 30. I dare you to try to count to 30. I can't. I fall asleep before I get to 30. How crazy is that? I get like 21, boom, out. Just like that with my Santa hat on. Anyway, so hopefully that helped you to learn and educate you about the truth about weight loss. This is absolutely the truth after 22 years. Don't buy into another gimmick. Don't do another thing that, yeah, you know what, people, I see them and they did a keto and they lost 30 pounds, and then I see them 2 months later and they've gained 35. I see people that do intermittent fasting, and eventually, guess what happens? They start eating at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. before noon, and guess what? They get fatter than ever. So the truth is I hate all the fad diets. Let's get back to PFC every 3, just like when you were a baby. The baby ate every 3 hours. The baby you didn't say to the baby, baby, you're going to do intermittent fasting. That means, baby, that we are going to quit eating at 7 at night, and you are not getting another drink of this milk out of this boob until noon tomorrow. Can you imagine the baby? Never would you do that to your baby. Why the hell are you doing it to yourself, you crazy cat? Stop it. Stop the madness. So we want to eat PFC every 3 like a baby, because that's how babies are meant to be nourished. Every 3 hours we eat to fuel the fire. It is like a log in the fireplace. When it starts to go out, you put another little log in, you put another little log in, you put a little log, and all of a sudden you got the whole place heated up so good, and that's called thermogenesis in your body. And now we know that CBD can help with that, with the brown fat. Yeah, more brown fat. All right, you guys, hopefully that helped all of you. I love you. God bless you. You better share this with some friends, because they need to lose weight permanently, and better than that, feel great permanently, right? All right, have a great day. Adios. Get your Santa hat. You guys should do a Facebook Live with a Santa hat, because look at this. Look at this. Whip it. Whip it. Whip it real good. Come on. Come on. Adios.